All right, so Islam Makhachev, how does this guy become a superstar? Because Daniel Cormier was talking about him and said he needs the familiar faces on his resume. He needs the Conor McGregors, the Dustin Poiriers, and of course the Justin Gages. He needs the big names. I like Daniel Cormier. He's a good friend of mine and a hell of a fighter.
You take me down?
Oh, he'd be on your back before you know it.
I've got endless respect for Daniel Cormier, but I disagree. I really do. I think that Islam Makhachev is currently probably pound for pound number one in all of the sport. He's the lightweight champion of the world, the toughest division in all of the sport, and he carries the legacy of Khabib Nurmagomedov also. And if he wants to establish himself as a superstar, he's just got to keep doing what he's doing. Remember, he beat Alexander Volkanovski the second time he shut him out. He finished the fight. He finished any kind of rivalry, okay, with that beautiful head kick that he landed. Then he's going to take on, I don't know who next, but if he continues the dominance, that will make him a superstar. He doesn't need to be a bad guy. He doesn't need to sell his soul. He doesn't need to talk shit at media. He's just going to go out there and beat people the way that he has been doing. But who does Islam fight next? I said it myself. I think that Dustin Poirier is right up there, okay? Of course, there's Justin Gaethje if he gets through unscathed against Max Holloway for the BMF title in a couple of weeks, okay? That is the number one contender on paper. But will he get through unscathed? Will Justin Gaethje want to go straight into camp? My advice for Justin would be yes, okay? He didn't like the fact that I said Dustin Poirier might be next, okay? I'm just saying because of the timing, it could be Dustin Poirier. DC saying Islam versus Dustin, okay?
Book it. Right now. Book it. Makhachev versus Poirier. It will be a massive fight.
Maybe they do that fight. Maybe they do it June 8th or whenever it's going down in Saudi Arabia, okay? I think Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland might be on that fight card as well, according to the internet. Okay, so who does he fight next? Well, we'll wait and see. But I would say Justin Gaethje is top of the food chain. The winner of Arman Sarukian versus Charles Oliveira, they're right there as well. The reality is, and there's Dustin Poirier, as I said, the reality is for Islam Makhachev, right, there's no shortage of top-tier opponents. And even down the line, you might see him go up and challenge the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards. Remember, there was apparently an offer made to Islam Makhachev, and Makhachev said no to fighting Leon as the headliner of UFC 300. So we'll see how all of that shakes out. Now, speaking of Leon Edwards, Dana White announced this week that they're going back to the UK, okay? Because they've got two champions now.
Two champs now out of England. We're going to England. We're coming, and I got great fights lined up for the UK fans. And I'm excited to get back there.
Fight night, or are you thinking numbered card, seeing as that you just said we've got two champions?
Number card, buddy. Number card, pay-per-view.
Never before in the history of mixed martial arts has Britain had two champions. Of course, I was the first champion. I'm very proud to have achieved that when I knocked out Luke in one round, 2016. That feels like a lifetime ago. But Leon Edwards established himself as a true champion, a dominant champion, a man that's defended the belt multiple times. Defended against Kamaru, defended against Colby. Okay, so there's one. And the other one we know, it's Tom Aspinall. Granted, he's only the interim champion right now. And that's not his fault, okay? Stipe is going to fight John Jones. That's written in the stars. That fight is happening. Tom, hopefully, rightfully, should get the winner of that, okay? They had that interaction recently. Jones said they might do that, okay? What Jones should have said was, listen, 100%, we're going to throw down, Tom. I'm going to beat Stipe. And then I hate to say it, but I'm going to beat you. But he never said that. He said, you never know, or something like that, worse to that effect.
I would love to have the honour.
Maybe one day.
Hope so, man. All the best. All the best.
So those are the two champions that the UK currently has right now. The question is, if they come back, well, they are coming back, they do it on pay-per-view like Dana announced, who's the top of the bill, right? Who is the top of the bill, and who would those people fight? Right? Of course, Leon Edwards, the rightful contender, whether you like it or not, is remember the name Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad is on an incredible win streak. His last win was over Gilbert Burns. He's beaten some top guys, some top contenders, and he's done it the old-fashioned way. He's not the biggest name. He's not the most popular, okay? But he's earned his stripes. He's definitely earned a shot at the welterweight title. And yes, this is a rematch, okay? So would that be the main event? UFC UK. Okay, I don't know where it's going to be. Strong possibility that they might do it somewhere outside of London, maybe Manchester. I don't know that for a fact. But the other person who might be top of the bill will be Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, the fight obviously would be Curtis Blaydes. Outside of Tom, Stipe, and Jones, the next guy that kind of deserves a shot is Curtis Blaydes. Now, granted, we've seen that fight before, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes, but we never really saw how it would play out. The point that I'm bringing up, though, is that has main evented a UK event in London before, okay, at the O2 Arena. So would they put that at the top of the bill? And would the interim champ go over the undisputed champion, Leon Edwards? Leon Edwards has defended the belt twice now, okay? Tom is in the undisputed, so I'm just going to say it. Tom, don't come for me, buddy.
I'm coming!
Main event has got to be, in my opinion, Leon Rocky Edwards taking on Belal. Remember the name Muhammad, okay? Co-main event, the rematch. Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blaydes, no knees getting blown out, and we get to see who truly is the best fighter out of them too. Looking forward to that one. I'm probably going to be commentating this fight, so I ain't saying crap when it comes to predictions. May the best man win. Now, another thing that was spoken about this week was Brandon Moreno is taking a little bit of time out away from the sport, okay? The pressure of being the champion, losing 2 fights in a row recently, of course, to Pantoja, and then to Brandon Royval recently down in Mexico City. He said he wants to take some time away for his mental health, essentially. Now, listen, I understand that. Fighting at the highest level is a very, very difficult thing. The constant pressure, the constant training, okay? Are you going to win? Are you going to lose? Are you going to lose sponsors? Are you going to become the champion? There's a lot riding on this. But you got to have the ability to compartmentalize it all, right? Because Brandon Moreno, and I'm not talking crap, by the way, Brandon Moreno was the champion. For a while, he's had big fights against Davison Figueiredo, against Alejandro Pantoja. He's fought in big fights, and there's a lot of people on the undercards, on the prelims, that never even sniff a title fight, okay? So whilst I understand the pressure side of it and how he wants to take a little bit away, and fair enough, take some time away, rest, rejuvenate, come back hungry and eager to train, and eager to become champion again, you know, he's achieved what everybody wants to achieve. So as I say, I would recommend trying to be grateful for the position that he's in. Try and be grateful for all of that pressure, because a lot of people, they're going through the same kind of sacrifices, and they're doing it for a fraction of the money, a fraction of the fame, the adulation, the adoration, the recognition, you know. Brandon Moreno's done it. He's cracked it. He's had championship fights. He's made championship money. And I look forward to his return. But mixed martial arts, or any sport for that matter, at the highest level, comes with an insane amount of pressure. And that's why we need to have a lot of respect for these men and women that step in there for our goddamn entertainment and not talk shit on Twitter or in the comment section down below, because I know you're going to do it. Look, listen, be my guest, by the way. Chat all the shit you like. I don't care. I got to go. I'm jumping on a plane. I think I'm a few minutes late. Oh, no, I'm right on time. I got to get going, though, because I'm flying to Atlantic City this weekend. We've got a great fight card. So in the main event, we've got Erin Blanchfield taking on Francis Manon Fiorot. Or Fiorot. I think that's how you say it, actually. Manon Fiorot, unbelievable striker. Beautiful sidekicks, aggressive combinations. And Erin Blanchfield, I mean, this woman's doing incredible things. 12-1, ridiculous submission ability. Submitted Jessica Andrade, Molly McCann, JJ Aldrich, okay? She is closing in on a title fight. So that's the main event, and that is a great one. Co-main event, don't want to miss this one. Vicente Luque taking on Joaquin Buckley. Remember, Joaquin Buckley went viral for that ridiculous knockout on Fight Island. Threw a kick to Impa Kasanganay. Kasanganay catches it. He launches in the air with some kind of matrix shit.
He is the one.
Knocks the man out. Unbelievable. But he's taking on Vicente Luque, a man that's been at the highest level. He's had some ups, he's had some downs, but you cannot count out Vicente Luque. This man is phenomenal. Before that, we got a very, very interesting fight. Chris Weidman, the former middleweight champion, taking on dangerous striker, Brazil's Bruno Silva. Now, when you look at Chris Weidman back in the day, right, after he beat Anderson Silva, not once but twice, granted, Silva was messing around, then he got knocked out, and then he snapped his leg. After that, Weidman went on a phenomenal tear. I'm just looking at his record here. Beats Anderson Silva, defends against Lyoto Machida, defends against Vitor Belfort. Granted, not the Vitor Belfort that I fought, okay? The version of Vitor Belfort that Chris Weidman fought, he looked like a used tea bag, okay? All withered and used and insipid and just deflated, okay? And then he lost to Luke Rockhold. After that, Chris Weidman is an incredible fighter, but he struggled a little bit. Got knocked out against Yoel Romero, flying knee, in a fight that I thought that he was winning. And then the same thing, Gegard Mousasi, a fight that he was doing great in, But a fight where they were playing this whole, is the hand down, is the hand not down, and all the rest of it, and he got caught with the knee. Comes back, beats Kelvin Gastelum, loses to Jacare Souza, loses to Dominic Reyes. So he's been on a bit of a losing streak. He did beat Omar Akhmedov, and then sadly against Uriah Hall in 2021. But 3 years ago, he snaps his leg. The same injury where he won the middleweight title against Anderson Silva. I mean, you could call it poetic justice. You could call it just outright craziness. If you wrote this in a movie, you wouldn't believe it. It's crazy. What a crazy coincidence. And then recently, he went up against Brad Tavares last year. And his leg looked a little troubled in there as well. So I wish Chris Weidman nothing but the best this weekend. I'm a big fan of him as a person and his work. But Bruno Silva is a very, very powerful striker. Chris Weidman, look for him to take him down and use the wrestling, but the man can bang as well. Opening up the main card, Chidi Njokuani, fantastic striker going up against Reese McKee. And the other fight on the main card is Bill Algeo going up against Kyle Nelson. But the prelim headliner, check this out, Nate the Train Landwehr going up against Jamal Emmers. Nate the Train Landwehr, love this guy. I'm going to be speaking to him on the Believe You Me podcast next week. Nate the Train, phenomenal guy, very, very entertaining style. And Jamal Emmers got some heavy, heavy hands as well. So top to bottom, decent little fight card going down in Atlantic City. I've got to go. I'm going to miss my plane. I've never been to Atlantic City before. What I would do there, let me know in the comment section. Where should I go? Where should I eat? What should I do? And make sure you watch the bloody fights on Saturday. But more importantly, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell. And I will see you soon because I got to get to the bloody airport. Thanks for watching.